Films, cable, OTT, and now microdramas worth $8 billion. Yes, you heard me right. That's the size of the global microdrama business in 2025. And most people watching this have never knowingly watched one. You have seen them though. A show where each episode is about 60 seconds, shot vertically for your phone, 80-90 episodes in a season, every single one ending on a cliffhanger. 3 years ago, it was treated as a joke. So the question isn't what are these silly phone soap operas? It's how did a format the industry laughed at turn into a $8 billion business, a business that Disney, Fox, and Amazon are chasing, and that even Bollywood studios like Yash Raj Films are reportedly eyeing. In this video, we will tell you what microdramas actually are, how popular they've become, how the money works, why the big studios are moving in, and the real question, is this a passing trend or a lasting part of how we watch things? Let's go through it. What is it exactly? A microdrama is a scripted, serialized show told in tiny episodes, usually 60 to 90 seconds each, shot vertically for the phone in your hand. The difference from a regular TV isn't just length, it's shape. A season isn't 8 episodes, it's 60 to 120 of them. And the stories are unapologetically pulpy. Secret billionaires, werewolf boyfriends. Every episode exists to do one thing, end on a hook sharp enough that you have to tap next before you've decided to. Navigating this through numbers, now the part worth slowing down for. Let me give you 4 numbers because they together explain why the industry stopped laughing. Number 1. $7 billion. That's roughly what China's microdrama market was worth in 2024, about 50 billion yuan, up nearly 35% in a single year, and it crossed a line nobody saw coming. That year, for the first time, microdramas out-earned China's entire theatrical box office. An industry that didn't exist in 2020 passed a century-old one in just about 4 years. Number 2. 660 million people. That's the microdrama audience in China by the end of 2024. By some counts, over 800 million. But the audience size isn't even the striking part. It's that close to 60% of them pay. This is not a free scrolling crowd that never converts. The majority spend money. That's what separates it from most viral formats. Number 3. $819 million. That's US microdrama revenue in 2024. And US already leads the world outside China. Forecasts have it reaching 3.8 billion by 2030. Most of that flows through 3 apps a lot of people have never even heard of: Real Short, Drama Box, and Good Short, which together took about half of all US downloads in 2025. Number 4, and this is the one that scared the streamers: daily engagement, not revenue, habit. On how often people open the app and how long they stay, these microdrama apps have started rivaling the major streaming services. People reach for them in gaps, the queue, the commute, the 10 minutes before sleep. And here's what those 4 numbers mean together. This isn't a content fad. It's a land grab for the most valuable thing in entertainment, your daily attention. A format that's already beaten cinema in its home market, already converting a majority of its viewers into payers, and now competing with Netflix for the same idle minutes. That's why the rest of the story is about money. Here's how a 60-second video actually makes money. And it's lifted straight from mobile gaming, not film. You download the app, the first dozen-ish episodes are free, and they're built to hook you, with the biggest twist landing right when the free ones run out. To keep watching, you buy coins. Each episode runs about 50 cents to $1 to unlock. 50 cents sounds like nothing, but that's the trap. Because a season is 100 plus episodes and a hooked viewer routinely spends $20 to $40 to finish a single story. It's free to play economics pointed at a love triangle. Free taste, then small payments that quietly compound. Now flip it around to the cost of making one. And here's the punchline. A single episode of prestige television can cost millions. A whole season of microdrama episodes typically shoots 1 to 2 weeks for about $300,000 total. Put those facts side by side. 300 grand to produce. A payment model that squeezes real money out of a 50-cent trap. That ratio, not the storytelling, is why this is a business and not a novelty. When your content is cheap to make and your buyers convert at 60%, you don't need a masterpiece, you need volume. And volume is exactly what these apps produce. India is moving fastest, and for an Indian audience, this is the headline. In April 2026, Jio Hotstar launched Tarka, over 100 original vertical series built right into the app. The timing was deliberate. They dropped it mid-IPL with 300 million people already on the app for cricket, turning the tournament into a free discovery engine. Amazon's free streamer MX Player launched its own microdrama brand Fatafat. Big film houses like Yash Raj and Red Chillies are reportedly circling too. Here's what actually explains India's speed. These companies aren't really film studios, they're tech startups. The two biggest apps, Kuku TV and Story TV, are both based in Bangalore, the city's tech startup, not Mumbai, where films are made. And they treat a show like tech product, something to test, measure, and improve. What does that look like in practice? Story TV uses software that studies what did well in the past and then predicts what to make next month. How many thrillers, how many revenge stories, how many billionaire romances. It even has a tool that checks a script's dialogue against past hits and sends the writer suggestions. This lets them make a lot fast and the output is huge. Kuku TV started with 10 to 20 shows a month. Within 4 months, it was making 200 to 250. It now wants to reach 1,000 shows a month within a year. One new studio shows how this works. Double Tap Films bought the rights to 35,000 stories, uses data to pick which ones to turn into shows and writes 45 to 60 scripts a month. A full show, about 30 episodes, goes from idea to finished in roughly 15 days. Where does AI fit into all of this? One platform head says a show can now be made for 2 to 3 lakh rupees, about a tenth of the usual cost. He claims the best international shows are already made entirely with AI. In India, AI is more of a helper right now. It's used to spot which stories might work, fix scripts, find the cliffhangers, and plan the shoot and handle dubbing and music. It even fakes the expensive props. They film an actor in a cheap car, then use AI to swap it for a Rolls Royce. And that matters for what comes next. The cheaper this gets, the more they can try genres they avoid today, like period dramas or science fiction that normally cost too much to shoot. So what does it all mean? Probably not that microdramas will replace television. More likely, short vertical storytelling just becomes its own category. A new shelf next to film, TV, and gaming, the way the music, video, and the podcast did, rather than a phase. Worth paying attention to? Clearly. Just don't bet on what app wins, bet on the format. That's the bet that studios have already made. For more stories like this, follow DeKoder.